Tired of the same old business advice? Let's break the mold together. Welcome to my channel, Breaking the Business Mold. I know you're used to seeing some guy sitting up here in a tight shirt promising you all these things that's going to help make you successful overnight. That's not how business works. This channel is going to be more real, laid back. I didn't chat GPT to ask any advice or what to say to you. In 2021, I started my own business, making gourmet dog treats, dog food. Sounds silly, but less than 6 months after I started it, I ended up quitting my full-time job, and that's what I do full-time now. So in 2021, I was a snowplow operator, plowing snow overnight, leaving my wife and kids at home alone. And so we knew that the number one deterrent for a home invasion was a dog. So, okay, I started researching dogs. I was looking for a dog that would be good with my kids, because at the time my boys were like 7 and 8 years old, something like that. So I wanted a dog that was good with kids, but also protect the house too. And in my research, I saw the Doberman. I suppose just like anybody else, growing up, Dobermans were look scary. If you didn't know nothing about dogs, you thought they were terrifying. They're actually some of the biggest babies, dogs that you can have, until it's time for them to protect, and then they do what they need to do. So we got the Doberman. I'm researching the Doberman before we got her. And I'm seeing that their life expectancy is a lot shorter than what I remember growing up with farm dogs. It's like the Doberman only lived to be 8 or 9 years old. So I'm kind of like, damn, that's short. And so I attributed that to the food that they were eating. And so in my mind, I'm like, okay, we're going to get the dog, going to hold the house down while I'm at work. I'm going to cook her up some prime time home cooked meals. And she going to stick around and be with us for many years like the farm dog. So I'm going to cook all her food. I'm going to make all her treats, whatever. She going to eat what we eat, right? So I started doing that, with no intentions of starting a business. My wife's taking pictures of the little cupcakes and the food, posting it on Facebook, stuff like that. So people saw it and was like, yo, cute dog, where can I get these treats from? I ended up selling a few treats online, Facebook Marketplace. After I sold about a dozen or so, I was kind of like, well, there may be something to this. And so I started pushing it a little further. I'm like, maybe if I can sell a dozen, maybe I can sell 20, And if I can sell 20, maybe I can sell 30. That's how the business started, I got to a point where I was moving a few. I'm like, well, let me try this, Let me try this. I didn't know anything about business. Didn't have a business plan. Didn't have a budget. Didn't have any money to invest in a business, Keeping it real with you, it would have been hard for me to justify that to my wife. Like, let me take this big lump of sum of money and dump it into this business that just kind of came to me overnight. And so I was like, maybe there's a way that I can do this and try this with low amounts of money, less risk. My wife is, she's in the economics as her background, so it has to make sense to her on paper, She's all about the risk, the risk part of it, You don't want to go into something that's super high risk. You mess around and lose everything you have. And so that's how my story started. And things were going so well, and I ended up applying for the Minnesota State Fair. And if you all know, that's the biggest fair in the country. They like to say Texas is first, but they fair is 30 days. I mean, come on, let's be real. And so on this channel, I plan to talk about things like that. As I move throughout this business space, I'm building a lot of new relationships, and it's occurring to me how many people have such low knowledge about starting a business, maintaining a business, building relationships, financial literacy, and it's It's mind-boggling. I guess that's something that I took for granted because we kind of just hit the ground rolling, but it doesn't work that way for everyone. None of it happens overnight. It can happen fast, but it doesn't happen overnight. And so, yeah, I plan to share my expertise. By no means, I am not an expert, but things have been going well, and I've learned quite a few things along the way. And I love to share some of this stuff with you all. So stay tuned. Check us out. We talk about, like I say, financial literacy, the importance of building relationships, how to even start a business. There's a lot of people don't even know where to begin with starting a business. And so, yeah, check us out. I'm Reggie, Big Reg. Must Be Rough is our business. I hope you all will follow us along this journey. As I got into the business space, the relationships that I've built, and the way people have helped and assisted me along the way, it's only right that I keep that process going. To me, those type of things make the universe a better place. It also is very crucial for small businesses to keep that in mind. So I'm just here to share what I've learned with you all. I'm not selling you anything. No pamphlets, no booklets. Just tune in and check me out. Peace.